It's the morning, and it's already been one of those days. And it's probably just as well because today I'm talking about priorities. Now, priorities, to me, when I think about them, I always think about those self-help books or those self-help business books where they always talk about priorities and, getting your priorities in order. And it always sounds like one of those, things that you need to do. But it's always something that just seems so difficult at the same time. And I'm sorry it's taken me a while because it's sort of like it's been a frustrating morning. And I'm realizing just how much my priorities have been out of whack, out of sync. And I'm finding myself needing to readjust them. And I'm finding myself realizing just how important priorities are. And I think that's probably that's definitely more the thing. It's struggling with the idea of I've not been doing what I should be doing, what I would like to do, what's important to me, because my priorities aren't correct. And I'm sure there are plenty of other people who struggle with the same thing because you think that you have your priorities in check. And a lot of this conversation started because a few days ago, I had a conversation and the question came up of, isn't it sad that people can go their whole lives and never travel someplace? Now, for me, of course it would be because I love travel. I love getting out there and seeing the world. But then it ended up having a deeper something for me at the same time because I realized I haven't been nearly where I would like to be. I'm currently not where I would like to be. I'm living where I don't want to be. And that's really kind of a sad thing. And I know it's because of my priorities, because your priorities are supposed to be what's important to you. It's supposed to drive you to, succeed in those areas that you say are your priorities. If travel is your priority, but you never travel, then that means travel can't possibly be a priority because everything else keeps getting in the way. And then it just takes me back to a time when I used to work for an audiology department. And after I had left, had graduated college, had gotten a full-time and everything, the man who used to be my boss, we saw one another at this gala event. And he asked me, so what are you doing? And I told him I was working. And I remember his reaction was, why would you get a full-time job? Because even he knew that where I really wanted to be was traveling. And I remember thinking, well, getting a full-time job is what you're supposed to do, right? Isn't that what's going to pay for you to travel? And no, it isn't, because I never traveled when I worked full-time. I never really went anywhere when I was a full-time employee. And when I did, it was always places that I didn't really want to go to. And I did things that I didn't really want to do. And I never actually had cash. Plus, I hated the job too. So it was sort of like miserable all around. So what does that mean for today? Well, today it's the same thing. I'm not exactly miserable, but I'm not where I would like to be. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I need to figure out my priorities. I need to figure out what exactly is important to me. Now, I can say a lot of it will be easier now because I've reassessed my values and I've discovered what I probably should have discovered years ago, that I pride and value freedom more than anything. And so, priority-wise, everything that has to be important to me at this point has to involve some kind of freedom. It has to involve some kind of breaking away. One of the earlier videos I did, it talks about, as soon as you begin taking those steps, it's like everything wants to pull and drag you back. And that's the truth, because of course, if you value, independence, if you value freedom, if you value, the ability and the right to do and live life your way, it's going to be a struggle because people aren't going to want to allow it. Oftentimes because, if it's family, it's oftentimes because they love you. It's because they want you to be safe. It's because, they think that it's the best for you. If they're friends, it's probably part of a similar thing. They love you. They value you. They want you, where they can see you, kind of thing. Other people, who knows what their motivation will be. Maybe they couldn't live out their dreams and they just don't want you to live out yours. That becomes part of the problem. That becomes something that we have to discover for ourselves. We have to learn to understand about ourselves and about our journeys and where we want to be. And that's really kind of what I want to stress right now. I need to pare down. And I think a lot of us who say that we want to be places or that we want to do things, a lot of us are in that same position because we're so busy listening to popular convention. We're so busy listening to what other people are saying we're supposed to do. And it's killing us. It's taking us away from where we need to be. And so we have to figure out what to do, how to change it, how to get to where we need to be. And that, of course, involves looking at our priorities and saying, what are my top priorities? I think, for me, I may only do 2 or 3 top priorities and look in and focus on those and then evaluate my life around those priorities, because I definitely need to change some things. And I'm pretty sure there are other people who would need to change some things to live out life in a way that's more fulfilling to them and not catering to what other people want them to do. And it's going to be hard. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be extremely difficult. And I'm maybe not motivated by it, but I'm taking this task seriously. I mean, so seriously, I have decided I'm not watching television right now. I'm not going to be on social media right now. I'm barely going to check my emails. Like, I won't even be really on the computer because it's become that important to me. And so these are the things that I know are going to benefit me at the end of the day. And I just wanted to share it because, again, I'm doing this in part because I'm setting the task for myself that I would chronicle this. And, just because it's 2017, I was supposed to do the video thing in 2016. And so now I'm making myself do it because, again, priorities have to be in check. Priorities have to be in order. And this is part of the thing. You can't build an online platform if you never post anything. So that's where I am. Again, it's been crazy. It has been crazy. But I'm hoping that it gets better as I evaluate. And then it's going to be the even harder thing of learning how to live out the priorities. Because a priority right now cannot be my family. And I think if there's one thing that's going to be difficult, it's probably going to be that, because I have a very close-knit family and I love them. I love them immensely. I love them greatly. But, and there's that word, but I can't and I won't be able to get to where I need to be if I keep letting them be more of a priority than the dreams that I actually have. Then, that'll be me staying in a place that I can't stand, being miserable, being, depressed, because I don't want to be in that place again. And a lot of it is something that they don't understand and wouldn't understand, because we're all used to being together and we're all used to being a family. And I just want to get away. And I don't necessarily like that feeling, but it is what it is right now. And, priority wise, I have to kind of make peace with that. And then I have to kind of ensure that, they have peace with that as well, that they realize that, yes, you are still very important in my life. You are still very much a priority. You just can't be a top priority. Like, what you want from me can't be more of a priority than what God needs to happen for me. And that, more than anything else, is the biggest struggle. And so I don't expect it to be easy. I don't expect it to be at all. And I'm probably going to struggle, and I'm probably going to vacillate, and I'm probably am going to want to keep going back through my priorities to see, if I can make it be different. But at the same time, I know that I can't do that, because I need to succeed. I need to succeed for me. I need to move forward. I need to start doing things, and I need to start being fulfilled and not just happy. And I don't know if I'm going to do a video about that. I might. It's a subject. But anyway, that's me. That's where I am. I'm feeling a little better after doing this video. So Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for letting me work through this. And I hope that it's helpful for someone else, because I know I'm not alone in this. I know that, there are others who are struggling with priorities, who want to do things in their lives, who want to be places. And I'm sick of seeing people. I'm sick of people dying with regrets, or, dying trying to convince themselves that they don't have regrets, even though they know that they didn't do all the things that they're supposed to do. And that's my phone again. So I'm going to go. See you guys in the next video.